Show Television in the house.
Welcome to Car Show Television.
Well, hey guys, we're here for another phenomenal car show. This time we're at Offlease, Miami for the Import Revolution that's powered by Bizspeed. And when you look around here, this place is pulsing with energy. We got the Bizspeed girls here. They're having a great time. We're going to talk to a couple of car owners and check out some really cool cars. So stay with us at Car Show Television.
So far, my name's Danny Evans Gorenbergs from Palm Beach County, Florida. This is my 2008 GTI MKV FSI. I'm running over 600 horsepower. The car is straight customized APR everything, APR downpipe, APR intercooler, APR software, APR high pressure and low pressure fuel system. I have a huge HEP manifold, which allows my horsepower to exceed the regular intake. I have a custom candy on it. This is all done by Litton Paint and Body. I got the body kit from the UK. It's called from myhotbodykits.com. I give a huge shout out to Bizspeed and Offlease.com and peace out.
Join us for Thanksgiving weekend, November 28th to December 1st for the largest car show and swap meet in the United States. Yes, it's the 40th annual turkey run at the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach. It's also the 40th anniversary of the American Graffiti movie, and their stars and cars will be there. Over 6,000 cars on display and for sale. Great music and entertainment. Massive swap meet and arts and fashion bazaar too. For more information, go to turkeyrun.com or call 386-255-7355.
It's harvest time, you motorheads, so on Sunday, November 3rd, join the Asphalt Angels at the Bentners. Harvest Time Pumpin' Pumpkin Classic Car and Hot Rod Show. The Asphalt Angels invites all hot rod and classic car owners to bring the kids and the grandkids to enjoy the barbecue, corn on the cob, live band, and tractor rides, and see over 100 of the most beautiful classic cars and hot rods in South Florida. So fire up that hot rod. Head south on Route 441, 2 miles south of Boynton Beach Boulevard to Bentners. Asphalt Angels Pumpkin Classic Car and Hot Rod Show.
My name is Marcelo, founder of Bizspeed, and you are an Import Revolution powered by Bizspeed. We are here in Miami. We have a little over 250 cars. This is probably going to be the last show of this year here in Miami for us. We're going to continue doing a couple of shows up in West Palm. You're invited to all of them. There's all kinds of crazy rides here. It's been a hot day, a really hot day, but we got a mixture of a little bit of everything. I appreciate you guys doing the coverage and hope to see you guys in our next event.
This is Mike Sands, and I'm from Miami, Florida. And this is a 69 Corvette Stingray with a original 427 with a full blower, and it's 4-speed. It's got about 1,200 horsepower, and it's mostly a show car. It was built in 1969. I got it from Barrett Jackson on an auction. Oh, this is so exciting. Everybody that drives by has got to get the iPhone out and just take pictures. And we try to drive slow so they can all take good pictures of the car, because that's the idea, to share it. Well, this thing was painted in '69. You can tell the colors are not up to date. And this guy, Bo, he did this paint job in '69, and we've been keeping it very, very guarded, covered in a warehouse, and we're gonna keep showing it to all the car shows. You know, like I said, it's out of date. It was built in '69, so their idea in those days was a lot different than today.
Join us for Thanksgiving weekend, November 28th to December 1st, for the largest car show and swap meet in the United States. Yes, it's the 40th annual turkey run at the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach. It's also the 40th anniversary of the American Graffiti movie, and their stars and cars will be there. Over 6,000 cars on display and for sale. Great music and entertainment. Massive swap meet and arts and fashion bazaar too. For more information, go to turkeyrun.com or call 386-255-7355.
It's harvest time, you motorheads, so on Sunday, November 3rd, join the Asphalt Angels at the Ventnors. Harvest Time Pumpin' Pumpkin Classic Car and Hot Rod Show. The Asphalt Angels invites all hot rod and classic car owners to bring the kids and the grandkids to enjoy the barbecue, corn on the cob, live band, and tractor rides, and see over 100 of the most beautiful classic cars and hot rods in South Florida. So fire up that hot rod, head south on Route 441, 2 miles south of Boynton Beach Boulevard to Ventnors. Asphalt Angels Pumpkin Classic Car and Hot Rod Show.
All right, hi, this is Terry. I'm from Wellington, Florida. I'm here to talk about my GTR R35 Nissan. Some things I can tell you about this car is that obviously it has quite a history and dating back to the R32 Skyline in Japan. All-wheel drive vehicles that have always been really good cars at putting power to the ground, and somewhat special. As most of you probably know, the R32, 33, 34 were really never imported in the United States, and the R35 was the first true Skyline, if you want to call it that. It's truly a GTR now that was imported. There's a lot of special things about the car. Probably the most outstanding thing about it is the combination of all-wheel drive and the dual clutch transmission. The thing that I really like most about this car is the fact it can have a lot of horsepower and still be drivable in town. My particular car here has quite a few mods done to it. It's an AMS Alpha 9 Plus. It has a fully built motor, it has a built transmission. I have suspension mods on the car. I have custom rims, and it allows me to make approximately 820 horsepower to the wheels on pump gas and still have a really good spool, almost stock-like spool. So very good drivability with a lot of top-end horsepower to boot. So the other thing a car can do is it's not just a straight line car. It can really go around turns fast, so it's great on a road race course. I'll be down a week from Monday at Homestead, and Nismo's going to give us a little bit of time on the track with our cars, GTR owners, and then also some of their 2014 GTRs that they bring with us. So nice little perk to give us that opportunity to spend a day at the track with our car and also their car. So one thing I can say about the GTR is that that most people probably don't know is that it's fun to drive, and it's not like driving a computer, which a lot of people claim to be. If you feel like driving like a computer, then you're not driving fast enough.
Hi, my name's Carl Hansen. I just drove up from Key Largo, stopping for the car show here. I drove up one of my two Pontiacs. This is my 1970 Grand Prix. It's a Model J. A little bit rare. It's got leather interior, pretty much an original car, 120-some thousand miles. It's a car that I drive. I just drove the Power Tour this year, 4,200 miles with the car. It's got a 400 motor in it. Car's just a really, really nice cruiser car. A lot of neat features about it, like the door handles were designed by George Barris, you know, the Batman guy from Hollywood. It's the first car that ever had an in the front windshield wiper, or underneath the wipers you'll see the antenna for the radio in the car. Bought it from a guy in Key Largo. It was actually his dad's car, brand new. When his dad died, they left it to the mother left it to him. They touched up paint on the car, but it's been a one-family car the whole time. It was actually done as a GM program car. For the older guys that remember that before they really did a lot of reviews, GM would make cars, send them out to the dealers. The dealer was supposed to drive it around for 3-4 months, and at that time send a review back to Pontiac, tell them what they thought about the car. The Grand Prix was always a big body car, came off of the Catalina. This was the first year it came off the A-body. They kind of extended the GTO framework, Le Mans framework. It destined to be front-wheel drive with the GM strikes that ended up being like this. It's got some really bizarre things in it. Like I said, it's a leather car. You don't see that. They don't make reproduction leather for it, so that's kind of scary. You have to be really careful. But it's got like an AM radio in the dash, which is cool. But it has an 8-track stereo on the back of the console. The way that worked in the car, you listen to the AM radio, you decide you put an 8-track in, you plug in the 8-track, it would shut off the AM radio in the dash and play the stereo speakers through the rear deck. Kind of different. I left it all in the car just because, again, it's just kind of rare to see that.
Woo! It's cold and it's wet, but everyone gets a free car wash! Yeah!
Florida for you.
Coming up on Car Show Television.
Join us for Thanksgiving weekend, November 28th to December 1st for the largest car show and swap meet in the United States. Yes, it's the 40th annual turkey run at the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach. It's also the 40th anniversary of the American Graffiti movie, and their stars and cars will be there. Over 6,000 cars on display and for sale. Great music and entertainment. Massive swap meet and arts and fashion bazaar too. For more information, go to turkeyrun.com or call 386-255-7355.
Do you love the fabulous 50s? Then you need to meet Car Show Gene. Car Show Gene has been serving South Florida for more than 6 years with their event promotions featuring the absolute greatest in classic cars. So whether it's a private event like birthdays or anniversaries or a corporate event for your business, Car Show Gene has several packages available. Serving Palm Beach and Broward County, call Car Show Gene at 561-704-0669 or email her at fab50party@comcast.net.
This is Andrew McCleary from Car Show Television. We're here at Fort Lauderdale, Florida at Xtreme Indoor Carting for the Save the Boobies car show. We're here raising awareness for breast cancer. It looks like it's going to be a great show. So let's go look at the cars.
Yeah, my name is Morris Prizant. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, and I always go to car shows. I own the 1970 Ford Torino GT. It's one of the best cars made out there. I love the Ford Torino is because they're very rare. Not too many people have them out there. It's got a 351 Cleveland, and it's a very powerful car, stock from factory. It's the Sport GT. Convertible, and there's only 1,600 and some odd cars made like this. And this one with this color, only 57 cars made with this color. Well, the car I dreamed of as a kid, I already have it. It's in my garage. It's a different Gran Torino. It's the 1976 from the movie TV series Starsky and Hutch. It was in a TV series of 76, 77, 78, and 79. It's got 3,000 original miles, and I bought it from the Hollywood Museum. My next future car is I love to get. I don't know if you saw the movie, the Green Torino with Clint Eastwood. That's the one I want to get, the original one, if I can.
Join us for Thanksgiving weekend, November 28th to December 1st for the largest car show and swap meet in the United States. Yes, it's the 40th annual turkey run at the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach. It's also the 40th anniversary of the American Graffiti movie, and their stars and cars will be there. Over 6,000 cars on display and for sale. Great music and entertainment. Massive swap meet and arts and fashion bazaar too. For more information, go to turkeyrun.com or call 386-255-7355. South Florida is home to car lovers from all over, and it's also home to one of the very best tire stores anywhere. OK Tire Stores is family owned and operated since 1960 in Pompano Beach, giving you personal service and the absolute highest quality. Whether it's tire mounting, balancing, or tire truing, OK Tire Stores does it right the first time. With a broad selection of tires from Bridgestone, Firestone, Goodyear, and Michelin, OK Tire Stores will certainly have what you need. Custom orders are okay too. Passenger cars, classics, even truck and light-duty trailers are covered at OK Tire Stores. Having the best reputation in South Florida means it's always best to make an appointment. Monday through Friday between 7:30 and 5:30 and Saturdays between 7:30 and 1:30. So, if you're tired of being treated like a number at one of the big tire superstores, come and see the best for all your tire care, front-end alignment, and suspension needs at OK Tire Stores on Dixie Highway in Pompano Beach.
This is Dale Buchanan. I'm from Boca Raton, Florida. This is a Backdraft Racing RT3 Roadster. It is a replica of a 1965 Cobra. This is a 302. It's a Ford Racing 302. It's pretty built up. It's got a pretty nice cam in it. It's got a Holley carburetor and Edelbrock intake and ceramic headers. It's pretty fast. We just had it set up on the dyno and it did pretty good. About 300 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque. So that's pretty good for a little 302. Okay, yeah, you got to be careful about the side pipes here. That's why they have the little guards, you know, on the center of the side pipes. But as the headers come out of the engine, they're very hot, and on the tip, they're very hot. I've had several people, several friends, and a couple mechanics that have already burned themselves on their legs. Driving this car is incredible, and I have to tell you, the thing that I get a kick out of this car the most is the expressions on people's faces when I drive it around, and mostly when I'm stopped at a stoplight. People they roll down their windows, they start taking pictures and videos, and their jaws drop, and it makes their day. That makes me happy. I was 15 and a half. I bought a 1972 Mustang Fastback. I restored it, had an almost identical 302 motor that this car has in it, and as I was looking for classic cars to have, you know, as an adult now, I looked at a lot of Mustang convertibles, but when I drove the Shelby, you know, replica, the Cobra, this car right here, it just was absolutely a different experience. One thing I want to, you know, make a point of is that the Backdraft Racing Roadster is not a kit car. A lot of people think you buy it and you kit. They manufacture them right here in South Florida. They actually design most of the car in South Africa where their plant is. They bring them over here, they manufacture it like we want it. So I wanted the 302 in this car because it reminded me of the Mustang that I had in 1980, which was the 72 Mustang. So they manufacture the car here. It has a VIN number, it has its own title, registration, everything.
Coming up on Car Show Television.
Well, Car Show Television's on the move again, and here we are in beautiful Miami for a blast Halloween party that we're having at the Custom Wheels Car Show. This is one of the rising stars here in car shows in South Florida, put on by Juan Lopez and his gang. And man, we've got some really cool cars that we're going to show you here tonight. A lot of people in costume, a lot of people getting into the spirit. So check us out and stay tuned on Car Show Television.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. My name is Ricardo Ortiz. We're here in Miami, and this is my 1962 Chevy Corvair Monza. I had this car for about 7 years already. We did a full restoration. As you guys know, this is a Corvair, the car that Raffinator destroyed. This is a air-coolant, rear-engine vehicle. It's the first American car unibody with a rear-engine air-coolant. The vehicle is very reliable. It is a two-door coupe. The vehicle wasn't completely in one piece. It was in good condition. We, like everybody that restores vehicles, you start with one thing and you keep going. The first thing we did was we retouched the paint. Said, no, let's do the whole body, car. So we did the whole paint job, and then we said, okay, the engine needs a little touch-up, and then we restored the whole engine, and then we kept going, and the suspension, everything in the car has been fully restored to the original conditions. Restoration took a long time due to the fact that we did everything ourselves, and it was done in the garage of our house. So it took probably about 3 years to do the whole thing. Why a Corvair? I like American vehicles and unique vehicles. I also have a Corvette, but I prefer my Corvair due to the fact it's a very unique vehicle to the specs that it has. It's a flat six-cylinder, and you don't see too many of those around.
My My name's Dana Barlow. I'm from right here in Miami. Been here since 1942. I built hot rods in high school, and my son and I built this hot rod as a project together. So it's a father-son deal. It's a 1923 Ford Model T Roadster, classically called a T-Bucket. This one is scratch built. It was not a kit. We saved a little bucks by buying out several people's failed projects of different kinds and got the good parts out of them to do it with. The only actual new part on the car is the front axle and the rear coilover shock absorbers. The rest of it was all scrounged parts out of various things and stuff that we made. So, well, the beer motif is because he saw his dad's hot rod from high school in 1959, and it had a beer keg on the back since 1960. Back then came from a nightclub that burned down off Old Cutler Road that had been originally built during Prohibition, and Al Capone owned that nightclub. It eventually got sold. Of course, back when Capone had it, it was a cat house and a speakeasy. So Meyer Lansky owned it at the time it burned down, and that was 1960, and all us kids went out to see the fire. I guess you get arrested nowadays to go see the fire, but it was entertainment then. So we went back the next day to see what was left. And Dean Senna and I, we found 2 beer kegs, still had beer in them. So we thought, this is party time, loaded them up, and off we went. We had a good party, but unfortunately the beer had got too hot. It turns out this beer keg on this car was in Dean Senna's garage all this time. When I told him we were building a hot rod for my son, he says, is he gonna put a beer keg on like you had on your hot rod in high school? I said, yeah, he wants to. Well, I still got the other keg. We were over there in about an hour and 15 minutes to get it. Other things on the car that are sort of interesting is the firewall that you see on the car here with the little dimples in it. That is a scrap piece of metal that came out of when they were tearing down one of the buildings at Miami International Airport. The car's name is Pandora. And of course that's a legend where Pandora was given instructions not to ever open a box that she had, or the evils of the world would come out. Obviously, she opened it. This one is sealed shut, however.